Hello again, it's Julian, and welcome back to the poker vlog. Thank you everyone for the input. I'm starting to get the hang of this editing thing, and I've gotten a lot more aggressive with the chops. So hopefully you guys enjoy the shorter video, but still the same amount of content. If you do, just go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. And we're almost at 100 subscribers, so that's exciting. This session we're back at Ace and Vine, playing 2-3 again, so let's go get it.
We buy in for $3.50 and head over to the feeder game that's currently running 7-handed. We bleed out for a bit and add on for another $60 before you guys even see a hand. We're in for $4.10 now. Eventually we pick up pocket fives in the cutoff. We bet out $20 and get a single caller in the button and heads up into the flop. The flop comes Queen 3-7 with 2 diamonds, and we decide on a C-bet here, and that's going to be good enough to take it down. It's not very exciting, but we got to start somewhere. This time around, we're going to pick up King Jack offsuit in the big blind. The under the gun player and the cutoff are both going to limp, and the action is going to be on me, so I raise it to 25. Both players are going to call, and we're going to be headed 3 ways into the flop. The flop comes King Jack 7 rainbow. We smash this flop with top 2, and we're going to bet out $20. Both players are going to call, and on such a dry board that we have pretty much locked up, we're wondering what our opponents could possibly have that they are continuing with. The only hands that really make sense are like 8-9 or Queen 10, maybe some Jack X and King X holdings, but when the turn comes the King of Diamonds, we're literally afraid of nothing at this point. If I thought I had the board locked up before, now I'm sitting here wondering what I could extract value from. I'm going to bet out $35 and the under the gun player is quickly going to call. The cutoff ends up folding, and we're going to be headed heads up into the river. The river is a 9 of hearts, completing the straight draw. We sit here and decide on a sizing, and I think that if he's come this far, he must be a non-believer. And decide on a more polarizing sizing and bet out 115. I'm hoping that he's got Queen 10 and made it straight. Otherwise, I'm not really sure what I could extract value from. Maybe a sticky Jack. It's unlikely that he's got a King since I have both of them accounted for. Even a Jack would be hard to find, so like I said, hopefully he's got Queen 10. The cutoff says he folds Ace Jack, so that was 1 card less, so don't really know what he had there. Next hand we go over is a really bad ace, but we're in the cutoff, and it folds around to me, so let's roll with it. We bet out $20 and get a single caller in the button, and we heads up into the flop. The flop comes Ace 8-9 with 2 hearts. It's a pretty good one, I'd say. We got top pair and a heads up pot and bet out $20. We get re-raised to 60, and that's interesting, but we got top pair here, so we're not going anywhere. I make the call, but am somewhat on alert, which is going to be kind of hard to tell from my next move. The turn comes the Jack of Hearts, and we're just going to jam it all in. And looking back, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. The flush draw got there. I don't have blockers to that at all. There's a straight draw as well. All I have is a crappy 1-pair hand. This player is going to tank for a bit, and even comments on what hand he has.
I really like my 2 pairs, the 8 and 9s.
Oh God, please fold. That is not good news for us. Instead, we hear the other words.
Alright, I'm gonna call.
We're gonna need some serious help here, which we end up getting when the dealer turns the river over and it's the 10 of spades. We're headed to Suckout City. Population, this guy. We hit the runner straight, and we're gonna scoop this pot. After probably making the biggest donkey call I've made in a while. Like, very lucky. I wanted him to fold, to be honest. I didn't expect to do that, but it's not the worst thing, I guess. It's nice to be on the opposite end of a cooler for once.
That was good. Definitely making the vlog.
Yeah, river.
The title is my donkey play.
They're not too far off on the title of this vlog, because as we're working on this, it's still a work in progress. That ace-7 offsuit hand worked out so nice that we decided to play it twice, but this time on the button. +2 is going to limp in for 3, and I'm going to make it 20. The blinds fold and +2 calls. We are headed heads up into the flop. The flop is ace-jack-king with 2 diamonds. +2 is going to check to us, and we're going to bet 20 buck with top pair with a bad kicker. +2 calls, and we head into the turn, which is the king of diamonds, which is a horrible card. So horrible that when +2 checks, we eagerly check it back. The river comes the 6 of hearts, which doesn't change too much, but under the gun +2 player decides to lead out for $60, and we're gonna make a crying call here with top pair, and unfortunately gonna be showed the bad news. This player has queen 10 for flop Broadway. We might have been able to push him off, but I think it's doubtful with 2 diamonds and the paired board. Nice hand, Noah. You made the vlog.
Put me on the vlog, bitch.
Next one we pick up is pocket queens in the cutoff. We bet out $20, and everyone's gonna fold. Next. After that, we pick up pocket kings in the big blind. This time we don't even get a bet, because we're asked to chop. God, frustrating. We are moving to the main game just in time for a bomb pot. For those that aren't familiar, a bomb pot is everyone puts money in the middle and then the action starts after the first 3 cards are dealt. The flop is ace-4 deuce with 2 hearts, and I'm under the gun. Generally speaking, I don't like looking at my hand until the action is on me in bomb pots. Since I already have money invested in, I might as well sweat a little bit. The flop's a pretty good one with ace-4 deuce, even for my premium holding. If they have hearts, they have hearts. There's no straight draws or anything else out there too crazy. Maybe like random 2 pair, but that's any bomb pot. I decide to bet $100, and I get 1 caller and all in for $12. Everyone else folds. The turn is a 7 of clubs, and the river is a 9 of clubs. The player shows Jack 8, so we were good the whole time, and we're going to scoop up a decently sized pot right here.
Okay, hold it.
We have ace-queen of spades in the small blind. +2 bets $15, the low jack and hijack and button all call. And we're going to raise to 60, which in hindsight is nowhere near big enough. Even the big blind that only had $3 invested is gonna get proper pot odds to call. +2, low jack, hijack, and the button are all coming along as well. We don't get a single person to fold, and we're headed 6 ways into a decently sized pot. The flop is actually a great one for us. It's queen 8-3 rainbow. We have top pair, top kicker, and an extremely dry and static board. This is an extremely great spot to be here at this moment, and we're gonna bet out $65. The big blind is gonna fold, +2 is gonna call, the low jack, hijack, and button all fold as well. At last, we have a more manageable situation. We're heads up into the turn, and it comes the 7 of diamonds. Brings in a straight and a flush draw, but realistically, we still hold the nut on this board. With so much money already in the pot, I try to figure out a sizing, and decide to bet out $100. The +2 player is gonna fold, and we scoop in a really nice pot.
Can we get it, Crystal?
Thank you.
The final hand we go over is queen 10 offsuit on the button. There are a few limpers, and we make it $20 to go. The small blind and low jack are both gonna call, everyone else folds, and we're headed 3 ways into the flop. The flop comes 10-7-6 with 2 diamonds. The small blind and low jack both check to me, and we're going to bet 35 on this pretty dynamic board, charging both of our opponents to see the next card. Both players call the 35, and we're headed 3 ways into the turn. The turn is the Jack of Hearts, not the best card as it downgrades us to second pair, as well as Jack 10 is now beating us. But both players once again check to me, and I decide to bet again, this time for $50. The small blind is a sticky player. He's one of my good friends named Hunter. He's gonna stick around for 50, and the low jack is gonna fold. It's pretty hard to put my friend Hunter on whatever he's holding, because he can play a wide variety of cards. But when the river comes to 10 of spades, we think we're back in the driver's seat, especially when he checks to us. We bet up for $100, and he's quickly gonna fold. Suck it, Hunter. A few hands later, the game decides to break, but we're okay with that, as we've finally logged a win. So we're gonna rack up and head over to the cage.
I started out super slow, obviously. I just couldn't catch anything for the first few hands. Was just calling bets in position, just bricking flops. And they didn't go anywhere, so I just started kind of bleeding there. Add on for a little bit, and we started catching some hands. Like, I need to practice my value sizing, or at least I gotta get better at it. I feel like I'm still leaving money on the table there. Just in terms of like what I can get called by better. But that one hand, I sucked out on that one hand. But I would have played a lot of stronger hands the same way, like smaller flushes, 2 pair there on the turn. So I wanted him just to fold there. What else? That bomb pot got super lucky there with picking up the queens. Also picking up the boat. I think I probably left some value on the table there. I probably could have bet more on the turn. And instead of just over betting on the river there, I think I could have inflated the pot a little bit more. He said he's just super strong with ace jack, and the king doesn't look super great there in terms of just chances of me having one. But like I said, I got it there. So actually pretty happy with my play today. Very excited because this is the first episode or first episode that I'm actually posting a win. So hopefully we can keep this train rolling downhill. Hey, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed me finally posting a win on the episode. It's our first one. If you did, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. Let's get to 100 for real. I'll see you guys next time. Good luck until then. For the beast.